Who, me? You guys ever wonder how small block people subscribe to your channel and they unsubscribe and they subscribe and then they unsubscribe? I mean, it's okay, you guys, you know, it's alright to be scared. I was scared too when I was not in control of a big block but a passenger behind one. They're scary. But trust me, when you have your right foot under one of these bad boys, you don't go back. Just like unsubscribing. You should never do that. That's bad for your knowledge. Knowledge is good. Knowledge is power. Big block Chevy is knowledge and power. King, boss. Anyway, I'm going to be doing an oil pressure sending unit / gauge setup. I'm eliminating the electric one, putting in the manual gauge. This will apply to all you LS guys out there. Anybody that's wanting to put a manual pressure gauge into your rig, because I mean, you can't beat mechanical. And another thing, if you want to know where your oil pressure sending unit sits on a big block Chevy 99% of the time, unless otherwise noted, then let me know. Right above that old oil filter, right there's your port. You'll have a big ball looking thing sticking out, looks like a tin cup. I'll show you here, hold on a second. Anyway, give me 1 second, I'll show you what I mean. Oh, you guys wanna, okay, here, let me just get this out of the way. Here's your oil pressure sending unit. That's what will be screwed into that port I just showed you. And if you want to know why I'm getting rid of this thing, and you want to know how much PSI these suckers can take, you just take your little wire brush and you go to this 9/16 nut and you scrub it and clean it, and scrub it and clean it till you see it's rated PSI. And I'm going to say that 638 big blocks Moroso billet oil pump is just squishing these things, because this is the third one I put in. Either that or, I don't know, mechanical will solve the problem. Anyway, if you're going to run your LS and you're going to run an electronic sending unit and you want to run the mechanical just to be on the safe side, you just get yourself a Y or a T and you plumb them in, one on each side. Your mechanical line on this side, oil electronic on this side, and just keep account for your exhaust manifold. And yeah, screw on or put her together. But yeah, if you want to know your PSI on your sending units, there it is, 60. So what happens past 60, who knows? I don't know. Pretty sure that Moroso oil pumps are going past that, but hold on a second. Alright, on to the build here. Now, I like to put everything together, get it all snugged up and seated properly on the bench, because you just, trust me, you don't want to be fighting with this when she comes race day. You want to be on the track and you don't want to be worrying about your oil pumping out on your leg. Trust me, how I know. Seen it happen. But anyway, put your nut on first, put your ferrule on second. And then what you want to do is you want to bottom it out as deep as she'll go into this piece here, like I have done. And then you just want to pull her back about that much. About the width I got showing there. On the old plastic line, the nylon line. And then you put it together. Once you get her snugged up there, you just give your line there a good push, bottom it out again. Put your nail there and just measure it about 3 threads, about that far away. I don't know if you guys can see that. You know what's lovely about recording with a phone? When somebody calls you, you lose all your video. It just happened to me. Sucks. Sucks. Trust me. So, there you go. I do all my stuff one take and pauses only. But anyway, just pull it over about that far, and then you want to just tighten the living poop out of that. Make sure she's tight, and then you want to take it back apart when you think you got it tight, like so, just want to grab this nut and you want to go like this. If that pops off in your hand, it's going to pop off under the dash, and she's just going to cover your leg. So, same thing with the gauge side. Give the gauge side a little tug. If she pops out, it's not tight enough, tighten it up. That's why I always do it outside the truck, get everything put together, test fit, works awesome. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so I don't got a mounting location figured out because I'm not sure on one yet if it's going to go by my little tack or if she's going to go by the switches or on the dash or on the steering column. So I'll decide that later. But I stuffed her through the hole there in the firewall. Just knocked out the speedometer cable plug, and that's a good access port for just putting spaghetti through, huh? How about the spaghetti, boys? I'm sorry, she's all go, no show here. If she was a show, she'd be all pretty looking. But, anywho's-er. She come out the firewall right there. You can see the little copper ferrule there, brass ferrule, brass fitting. We're going to plug her in right down there by the oil filter I was talking about earlier. And we should be minty. We're golden. So, without further ado, let's plug that sucker in, get that off the old mounting list. Okay, you guys. Got the line installed, routed as far away from the exhaust as human possible. You're probably thinking, no, that looks like the exhaust is going to hit. No, you haven't seen the headers that go on this thing. They don't go that way. Trust me. A little Teflon tape will go a long way. You don't need much, just a good wrap. Make sure everything's nice and snug. And throw a battery in it. Oh, oops. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know what? I'm going to do a video of why I'm such a miserable ass. Can I say that? Is that okay? I'm sorry. Alright. I'm going to show you guys why. And I guarantee you, every one of you will understand why I'm such a miserable dick. Let's just put it this way. It starts with stuff like that. Okay? Starts with stuff like that. Go ahead. Check the videos out. Go back and look at 5 projects I welded together. I had an inspector come over and give us personal approval. Personal little approval. I mean, you can see the little dings there. You can see the little dings there. I mean, really, bud? Huh? You that much of a spineless? Is that your hammer? Is it that small? Eh? Your hammer's that small? Are you that jealous? Losers. Back to where I was. Anyway, I'm going to prime this, bleed this line down. Throw a battery in here and see if she will cohabitate the rotational device of the pumper fluids of the defibrillator valve and show me your heart pressure. Huh? Blood pressure check, boys. Give me a minute. Oh yeah, and removing your exhaust, if you can do it easily. Like I've got winter headers on this thing that I usually run on my engine stand. They're right there. And when the engine runs, those things rattle against each other. Sounds like the engine is going to explode. If you don't believe me, go check my IQCS entry video out and listen to it. Sounds like she's going to come apart, but that's those damn headers rattling there. But anyway, let me get this battery in here. Hopefully I don't wreck my back. Alright, now we're going to try bleeding down. I got it on my battery in, key on, the battery source hooked up. Now, let's just see. It's not shims, boys. I know what you're thinking. It's high torque starter, which I needed to weld to keep straight. BW. I watched your video on your high torque mini starter. I highly suggest you weld that block once you figure out the proper rotation of it. Otherwise, those little Allen head bolts will come loose on you, and they'll do what they've done to my ring gear. But anyway, let me get a little more battery power into this battery. Maybe a little more voltage will grab the ring gear better. Hold on a second. Yeah, the battery was a little low there. And that will cause the old starter solenoid to not engage this mildly destroyed ring gear flex plate. Anyway, I'll give her a few minutes here, you guys, probably a good hour. The thing that sucks is this battery charger's kind of slow. Other than that, hold on a minute. Some good news is the old oil is migrating down the old plexi pipe there, boys. She's coming up, defibrillating. That's what the empty line looks like. That's what it looks like with fuel or oil in it. So she's making some jiffy there. Anyway, hold on a minute. I don't know if I'll install this box today or not. It depends on if I get this all hunky-dory mounted and kind of time I got left and how my back feels, because right now she ain't too bad, but I know it'll get a little upset with me here soon. Kind of like some of my subscribers say. No patience. I'm sorry, you guys. I mean, if you're looking for a lot more videos, then you should probably get your buddies to subscribe. Make the dog an account, get him subscribed. Get the cats subscribed too, eh? If you got a ferret, make him subscribe. And if you got uncles and aunties and everybody else that are interested in this kind of shenanigans. This is one bad boy, man, I'm proud of. I ripped this bad boy apart 7 times. I repaired this block. I remember on old, what's his nuts video there, Uncle Tony's Garage. Some guy saying, oh, you didn't machine nothing. Actually, on the contrary, buddy, I did. I got 3 stripped out head studs in this block, and I'm about to do number 4. I did it all in my shed. Not by a machine shop. Why? Because the machine shop told me they couldn't do nothing. They said it was junk. They said, take it, scrap it, we'll sell you a new block, and we'll swap all your junk over into the new block. Best we can do. I said, okay. See you never. And I just took my stuff home. I drilled out some 1/2-inch bolts, tapped them for 3/8 or whatever it was. Yeah, no, 7/16-20. Tapped out. Inserted my plugs, red Loctited them in, and took 3 trophies with it. So, if you don't think she didn't last, well, she still runs, boys. 20 races. And 3 first places, boys. Hold on a second. Okay, I got the battery charger on. I got a booster going. Sold motor, engine 638, old cranky hand grenade here. She just likes high voltage, as much amperage to that starter as she could possibly get. Anyway, let's continue our little bleeding, our line bleeding apparatus here. Turn it sideways so we don't get oil all over everything, I guess, eh? Let's just back her off a little bit. Just pull it right out, actually. Now, let's go like this and wait for oil to come out. Here she comes. start seeing her coming down the line here. Man, that ring gear is just destroyed. Well, I'm pulling this motor out again anyway. So, if you guys want to see the internals of this 638, you want me to call them out, show you all the damages, everything I fixed, everything I hand machined in my shed with basic tools, subscribe. Say, tear that motor out, let's see its innards. Tell me what you got in there before you tear it apart, huh? There's the oil. You stubborn bugger. Alright. We'll just let that make its way right to the old gauge cluster there. The less air you got in there, the better. Alright, look at that. You'll see her past the furrow there any second. You guys can even see that. Oh yeah. Hey. Look at there's the oil. She's going into the port. The less air you got in there, the better. I mean, a little air is not going to hurt nothing. You're never going to get it all out. But once she's close to that, you just slap her back together. Oh, before I tighten that up, I should grab something before I forget. Hold on a second. Alright, she is locked in, sitting in her position. Figured I'm gonna mount her right up here. That way she's alright close. Or maybe I'll mount it up in here somewhere, tuck it up in the, I don't know. Alright. On the column. What do you guys figure? I don't know, I think I'm gonna go right there. Let me know what you guys think. What next? Hold on a second. Let me just check this out. Okay, she's gonna stay there for now. Fairly solid. These wires, if you want to hook them up, which I don't really care about, and it's not a necessity right now. Oil pressure is kind of a necessity, but all you got to do is go behind your gauge cluster, find one of the little lights, if you're still using your normal lights there, and you just tie it into one of those wires back there running to your gauge cluster lights, and it'll work with your switch. No problem. Easy peasy. Same thing with the LS. If you want to run an electronic sending unit and a mechanical gauge, you just get the adapter there. It's a Y or a T fitting. You screw it into your port, plug in both sensors, and wire them up. I got my wires run for my starter box I built there a couple videos back. If you want to learn how to build one, they're pretty simple to build. And now I'm going to wire it in to the switch panel. And then I got magnets that I'm going to silicone into there. Just a header bolt. Go on. Roll around, makeshift header bolt. But anyway, got some magnets I'm going to glue to the bottom of this with none other than Right Stuff silicone, because that stuff is amazing. And she'll just either sit there, okay, inside of the fender. I mean, I could put it anywhere. It'll go anywhere. And then I can crank this engine over under the hood, start it up, shut it off, do all my diagnostics, tuning, setting valves, testing for compression, dead holes, you name it. That little box will help me fix it. So yeah, I'll just plug that sucker in. Give me a minute here. Alright, got the dash bezel out of the way enough there. Just gonna pop out the screws and pull out my switch panel, wiring them two bundles of wires right there to my ignition and my starter button, and be done with that sucker. Oh, mostly done, other than putting the magnets on the little box and stuff. But hold on a second, boys. Alright, you guys, I think I showed you guys the soldering tricks before, but if I haven't, that's what it looks like. Who wants to see me do this one right here? Let's show you guys how to turn that and those little eyelets into that. Hold on a second. First thing you want to do is
pull off the little plastic pieces off of each and every one of your eyes you want to use if you want to do a nice job like this, because this will fit nice and tight in there and that won't come apart. She's soldered forever. Anyway, let me get this put together and I'll do one for you guys live view. Okay, again, I took the little cover off of this connector here, wherever you're going to focus for me, right, somewhere. Anyway, took the little plastic cover off of that. There we go. I opened up the little hole in the connector a little bit so the wire would fit right in there perfectly, and then I give it a little crimp. And now let's do a little real-time solder job. Actually, hold on. Forgetting the nice fix here. Don't forget your shrink tube. I don't know how many times I've just about done that. Sure, you guys have to get it all together. Beautiful job. Realize you forgot your shrink tube. I don't know about you guys, but fall is just coming way too fast. Way too fast. I'm not ready. See, there's other guys are posting videos of how fast fall is here. Well, she's here. There you guys go. Just warm her up a little bit. Get her some heat built into it. Okay, and look at that. Perfect solder job every time. If you're unsure, give her a little more. You're not going to hurt nothing. Unless you cook your wires in the flame. Don't worry, I wasn't burning them. I was watching. Now you just want to slide that over. Oh, she's too warm. Yeah, that'll work. So there you have it. Soldering these joints in makes them solid. Easy to manipulate, and you ain't got to worry about them suckers vibrating free. Because if you're anybody like me and you know mud trucks, big engines like this, they like to vibrate. Driveline issues like to vibrate. And my legs and heart and hands and whole body vibrates, especially when you hear this old girl firing up. Anyway, hold on, let me get the rest of these batched up and hooked up. Alright, you guys, she is wired in. I got my ignition wires wired in there. Now you guys will know why I like soldering everything, because I mean, look at these ugly little connectors here. These things are just the dumbest thing in the world. Anyway, she's tied in on and off to old lifeline here. Boom. And with that off like that, I don't even need that on. I just got to go under the hood, turn the redundancy on, turn the ignition on, hit the starter button. Everything's controlled under the hood. Don't even have to have anything on in here. Anyway, let me get that starter button wired up here, and I'll show you guys that one. Okay, there she is wired in. Or gory. Still works. Still cranks. Everything's off. Perfect. Put her back in the hole. Test the underhood part now. Alright, boys. She's wired in. I got power to it. Everything's switch working. OP mounted. Ooh, that frickin' reindeer. She is just about pooched. Anyway, what do you guys think? Think that looks alright? I mean, you gotta have skulls everywhere too, right? Hey? Skulls, the more skulls you got, faster she goes, hey? Something like that. Oh, let's check this out. Alright. Moment of truth, boys. Oh! Oh. Maybe I'll fire this thing up tomorrow for you guys, huh? Okay. Oh, we got her. Turn it off. Nothing happens. Turn the switch on. Turn on the ignition. Should be a breathing dragon. There it is. That's simple. A couple of magnets on the bottom of it. Mounted to the fender well. Well, I bet you guys just want to hear this thing run, don't you? Well, definitely need some subscribers. Maybe, hey? Think that might help the situation a little bit? Maybe that's why I've been so stingy with this thing. Well, let me tell you guys something. This thing will only run on C12. And I don't have a lot of it. So, you guys want to hear this thing. I mean, you guys got to really show me the love here. Come on, you guys. I'm out there breaking my... yeah, you guys know what I'm doing. You know, I put the videos out, and I'm not putting up any more like that, so... But I will put up ones of why I'm mad. Why I seem to have problems with people around this area that just, don't like leaving things alone. But, I don't know. That header's not going back on. And there's another one in there that's going to be coming off. So, if I can get what? I don't know. I want a lot of likes. Can I even get some subscribers? Ones that stick around, ones that don't run and hide. Go back to the old small block way. Don't worry about it, I'll change you guys. You'll see, big blocks are the way to go. 638 cubes, 1,000 horsepower, bad ring gear, ticking time bomb. 3-inch body lift, 6-inch suspension, 38-inch shit flicker 9000s. Hey, you want to piss your competition off? Throw some boggers on slots. They don't like it. I did this lift in 2 hours, flat, in a shop and tools, obviously. Yeah. Give me a bunch of likes and some subscribers here by, what, tomorrow? Post this video tonight. 10 likes. I'll put the upright headers on it. I'll warn the neighbors. Because trust me, man, this thing will drown that thing out wide open. This engine on idle, the 638, would drown that thing out. Wide open throttle. I don't care. It will drown it out. You will not hear that 458 big block Chevy in this Jimmy over this 638 idling. It won't happen. Anyway, you want to make something happen? Smash the like. Smash the subscription. Winter's coming. I don't know what's next. Anyway, I'm out. You guys let me know what you think. Smash the like, please. At least 10 of them. And I'll let you guys hear what 1,000 horsepower idling under the hood. I'll even start it with that little stupid box thing I made. You guys are probably just laughing at it. Whatever. It's all good. It's how I do things. Smash the like. Hit the subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. I'm out.